The force of evil plans to make you its possession. And it will, if we let, destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. What's up? How y'all doing? I hope each and every one of y'all get out today and make it a wonderful day. It is early in the wee hours where I'm at, so I'm just glad I got that out. Okay, so it's real early, and I wanted to make sure I did at least this video. Um, First thing, let me give a shout out to my cousin, little Alizea Blockton, who plays for the Marquette Golden Eagles. I said the Golden Marquette Warriors, didn't I? Yeah. Well, the Marquette Golden Eagles, they've changed their name. I'm going to show you, I'm on a late show. Anyway, she's leading the country academically and statistically as a freshman in the women's team. I mean, she burning it up. Alizea, I'm so proud of you. You keep it up, sweetheart. And good things are going to happen for you and to you because you're very special. And you are fucking balling, baby. Okay, and another person I want to give a shout out to is my man Steve. Welcome back home, Steve. Steve Novak, I'm hearing, was just released from the wave, I think from the Denver Nuggets. And he's going to make his return back to Milwaukee. 6'10", and he can shoot the 3-point. Not like Steph Curry. I wish we could have brought him, no disrespect, Steve, but I'm sure Golden State is not going to give up Steph. But he's gonna come back home, and he's a good friend of my nephew, and they're neighbors in Brown Deer. So he went to Brown Deer High School, and a shout out to Mr. Steve Novak, who is going to come back home to the Milwaukee Bucks. So good luck to you guys in the second half of the season. Now, hopefully, maybe I'll get to see some games. I'll get a ticket, maybe. Anyway, good luck. But the main reason I'm on here, because I had to get this shit out, because this is some craziness. Have you ever been to family court? And as y'all probably know by now, I spent a whole bunch of time in family court. Okay, because there's bullshit going on up in there. And I really feel sorry for anybody that ends up in there. You know, working. I'm so glad I don't have to work it like I used to when I was in it. Because now I'm an observer. I'm outside of it. And I don't have to perpetuate all this nonsense anymore. I'm not a part of the system anymore. So I'm just standing out, bearing witness to all the madness. And well, first thing I thought was crazy was when the guardian ad litem, one of the things that made me had to even get out and go and crack up and go back in before I pissed myself, was the guardian ad litem was telling the woman how they could extract more money from the man, I guess, who was making more money, however it was going on. I just know that she said, which is the guardian ad litem, well, now that he's doing this, you know, we can get this now, and we can do this, and we can do this. And I'm sitting up there watching this lady, you know, pretty much destroy this family to some degree, because once you start getting involved with them, unless it's really extenuating dire circumstances, y'all should try to work it out yourself, because you didn't need their asses when y'all got together. You know, you was like, oh, this mine. Yeah, she mine. Don't nobody get this but me. And, yeah, that's my boo. That's my. But now y'all asses can't get along, and you have to ask this government to dissolve your fucking relationship because you that crazy. See, you need to be in the mental house. So you learn how to woosah so you can go ahead and break up with this significant other. But you definitely don't need to be going down there, because they just going to make your situation worse. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying that from a progressive, from an intellectual point, and I know there's some situations that you just can't, can't avoid it, or you feel like you just have to. That's on you. I don't want to get in bed no further than I am with that beast. So you won't catch my ass down there. You never have, never will. Anyway, not in my family situation. I don't want to be involved with that. I personally really do believe that if you leave people alone and they don't have sometimes in certain situations, they'll figure it out. Just my opinion. Now, this woman was sitting there, the garden ad litem, discussing with her client how they were going to extort more money out the guy until the guy was saying, "Bitch, I don't got no baby by you." I couldn't help but laugh because he was telling the truth. He don't got no baby by the garden ad litem. Why is you here? Why is you putting stuff in her head? And why are you? What is this? What has happened to us? Yeah, they're gonna split your family even further down the middle. That's what's gonna happen to you. But what I really took offense was when the judge said, when that was just a total separate situation. But what really I took offense to was a situation where a young man had another family. He was still paying child support to the prior girl and her child, and I guess the woman was upset that he had a new girlfriend, so maybe she was making the stuff a little difficult for him, just jealousy, And the impression that the judge gave about this woman, as if she was some kind of helpless damsel in distress who is such in need of somebody to guard and take care of her emotionally, that this man should overlook all the abuse that she has perpetuated on him since he got this new girlfriend, which I thought was really deep. And so his little statements towards the end was, well, women can't handle, and it was just the most sexist statement I heard. It was something to the effect that women cannot handle their emotions, and when you get involved with somebody else, you can expect that, because women can't seem to move on as quickly as the fella. That's pretty much, the basis of it. I could have said, stood up and said, let me tell you something. I bet you if you go home right now, Judge, and find your wife spread eagle in your bed and somebody blowing her back out, and you walk your ass in there, we gonna see who's the more emotional bitch. It's gonna be you. Okay? Because men can't handle that one. They can do all kinds of shit. But let them have to be about, you talking about some emotional stuff? And so for him to say that, I think it was really, really sexist. I thought it was really, we might be the weaker sex. We might be emotional, more nurturing. But to sit there and act like men are absolved of emotions, and they can handle breakups so much better than women because we are so weak. I thought that was he was giving a very he did a disservice to her. He excused her behavior and he expected the man to put up with the craziness, and I thought it was totally unfair. Okay. Because if y'all been, and that's terrible, because if you've been conditioned to think that way, the black widow is going to screw you, and then she gonna eat you. She gonna eat you, because that's what a female can do to you. The wrong woman will wreck your life and make it a living hell. So for him to sit there and say something like that, I thought was just really far out. And to think that he's a judge sitting on the bench giving somebody this type of advice about women, I said, what an archaic, stupid fuck. That's what I was saying to myself. But of course, I couldn't say it out loud. But I guess the question I'm going to ask y'all is, what do y'all think about that when you keep hearing women are the weaker sex? And And I think that, do you think it's used as an excuse? And I don't mean physically weaker, okay? So I mean it in a different perspective. And do you think that women are allowed to get away with things that are horrible? Um, and of course, some, but not all. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm sitting up here, you know, just bashing. But I mean, do you think that people underestimate the the get down of a woman? Because some people think that all women, they have this wilting flower uh, image of or damsel in distress type of image about a woman. And I thought it was very archaic, and I thought it was very unfair to the man that was there trying to get his new life with his family, and to be given that kind of information to me was just to perpetuate that idea that she can be excused because she's, out of control. I think she need to come to the mental house and woosah. Okay? If not, I think that you need to throw the book at her just like you would throw it at a guy if he was harassing her that way, that she was doing this new family. So that's just my take on it. I had to dump it in the mental house because it made me sick. And I want to know what y'all think about it, okay? So, leave a comment for me about this. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe, okay? And so I will see you next time in the mental house. See ya!